Episode 4 of Hazbin Hotel, season 2, and Charlie is still a crazy lady who's just yelling and screaming and not taking anyone's advice and just constantly. She's literally made the same mistake multiple times over multiple episodes. This whole idea of her getting her message out, I don't understand what she's trying to even accomplish with this. She knows how the media works in hell and thinks she can somehow turn the tide. What she would have to do would be, I guess, would be like her own viral kind of YouTube type thing where she produces it herself. She can't go through the television station. She's going to have to do like a thing on her own. But she keeps trying to go through the V's and they just keep making her look like an idiot. We learn some Alastor backstory, which is fun. I'm a little disappointed. I don't know what I want. It just seems so shallow. I don't know. But we start out and I thought I was like in the middle of the episode because you just have Charlie running around acting like a moron telling Vaggie, oh, I'm going to go on the newscaster show and get the story straight. And then she's like, stupid ass. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. Oh, don't you worry your sweet little head about that, darling. I got a secret plan. So she brings Nifty with her. And I'm thinking, well, okay, what could you possibly use with this little maid psychopath thing? Like, what's her plan? When you find out, it is the dumbest thing ever. Get to Alastor, and he's sewing him. This is when he got his ass kicked by Adam. Hilarious. Like, it wasn't even a fight. He got beat so bad. But I guess he's been suffering damage from that fight, and they're sewing him up, and, you know, he has, like, stitches and stuff, but it's, he's not looking good. So this is why he's kind of been out of the picture for a while. Lucifer's hanging out at the hotel, talking crap to Alastor, and I get that he didn't want anyone close to his daughter, but it's not even that. It's like, I could get if he's thinking, oh, he's trying to get with my daughter, and you have that classic, no one's good enough for my daughter type, you know, father figure. But it was just because he was helping her, because he doesn't have this hatred for any of the other powerful demon people. Like nothing. He doesn't even really care what they're doing. But for some reason, he just hates Alastor because he's helping Charlie. Wouldn't you want people to help your daughter? I don't know, but it's just them talking crap back and forth. And of course, Lucifer has all the cards, you know. Basically gets Alastor to quit, and he's like, good, just run away, little boy, or whatever. He just makes fun of him. We get to Katie Killjoy. Again, awful voice. I bring it up every time. The voice from the pilot was a million times better. But this is why Charlie brought Nifty to hold cue cards. That's it. Literally, that is the only reason why she brought her. What the F? So Charlie gets in little shouting matches with everybody. They get her on camera. And of course, every question is leading. Every question is loaded. Every question is to make Charlie look like an idiot. And then there's just this weird homophobic thing from Katie where she like doesn't like gay people. Sweetheart, you're in hell. There's going to be a lot of gay people there. Like that's like the whole show, right? Like everyone there is pretty much somewhere on the rainbow flag, right? Am I wrong in thinking that? That's pretty much everyone in the show is bi at the very least. So wouldn't the denizens of hell hate her more for being homophobic, or they like her more for being that way? Like, I don't understand what the point of doing that is, except for it's for us, like the audience saying, oh, look, bad person, homophobic, good person, not homophobic. Like, but they're all in hell, right? I don't know. I don't get it. It's such a weird angle to take. But, of course, like I said, every single thing is making her look like an idiot. We get back to Alastor, and he's all dressed up real nice, going to the where all the cannibals live. And he's talking to that one lady, I forget her name. And he's like, oh, Alastor, darling. Like, she talks like that. And so I'm guessing she was the one that kind of gave Alastor his powers or his strength. And he wants out of the deal. She's like, oh, no, sweetheart, you have to do everything I tell you to do. You don't get to choose what you do. And it's so funny. Alastor gives the other people crap for asking for help, but everything he has is because of other people. You know, like he's such a hypocrite. But she's just basically telling him like, "Oh, I remember when you who you were before," and kind of gives him a breakdown of his own history. Like, why would he need that? Like, oh, thanks for telling me what I was like when I was human. Obviously, it's for us, the audience. So he was some guy in like the 20s and 30s, being a radio guy, and he was like a serial killer, a psychopath. Some guy spilled wine on him, so he kills him. I remember seeing this on X a while ago, where people are like, "Whoa, what a psycho, killing someone just for spilling wine on you." And then someone came up with the theory, oh, the guy was racist because Alastor's black. There's nothing about this interaction that makes you think that he's racist. They just like threw that in there to make it like more acceptable that he killed him. This is the fandom we're dealing with. Like, what are you guys, insane? So Alastor was aware of demons, like the demon world. And he's like, people also got mad at this because he's like doing voodoo. Oh, showing voodoo is evil, and you go to hell. Well, you go to hell for doing voodoo. Man, this show has shown that the Christian belief is the correct belief how to get to heaven. Like, it's like there's Lucifer, there's God, there's Adam. Also, all the Christian stories are real, so all the other religions would have to be false religions. Like, am I wrong in thinking that? Someone tried to say, well, there's like different heavens, and there's them like they haven't shown that in the show. So that doesn't exist. As far as we know, Christianity is the correct religion according to this show. So he's doing like a ritual to get powers. Like, I don't care about this world, but when I die, I want to become most powerful overlord. She gives him the deal, but you have to like listen to me. But she like gives him a deal that he doesn't know what do I want to say? Like, he doesn't know all the stipulations to it. He just agrees to it. Then he gets killed the next day by a hunter thinking he was a deer. First of all, this goes to show you that the people who made this show don't know hunters. They don't shoot deers in the head. You want to keep the trophy. You want to mount the head and do, keep the antlers, all that good stuff. So it would be a body shot. So he would aim lower on the body, and then he would realize, wait a second, that's not the shape of a deer. Very stupid, a very dumb way for him to die. And then she like laughs it up. And of course, Alastor has to just take it because she's his master. Then she sings a song about how she's his master and how he has to do everything she says. So she has a black man as a slave. Did they think this through at all? So she has a black dude on a leash around his neck as her slave. That's just beautiful imagery. So she's just making fun of him and he has to go along with it. But of course you can tell it's like really pissing him off. He hates it. Look at his face. I still like Alastor even after learning how stupid his backstory is. I want to know what in the world does he even have planned? So he's trying to find a way, I don't know, out of this contract or to fulfill it and be broken of it because she wants him to like help Charlie. But what is the end game to any of this? We got so many moving pieces where people are trying to move in, move out, take over, kill. Like it's just so much. And I got a feeling that once we find out, it's not going to be as interesting as I would like it to be. Get back to the interview. They're yelling and screaming at each other. She's making homophobic remarks, making fun of like how she's gay and like that even matters in hell. Then gets her to like, remember that scene in Scooby-Doo when the movies where Fred's like, you're trying to get me to say Coolville sucks. It's the same bit. It is literally exactly the same bit because she says, oh, you want me to say something like all sinners deserve to die in the executions or whatever. And then they use that clip and that she said it and like made her look like that's what she said. Oh my God. It's like, there's nothing here. It's just the same old garbage. Then she's scrambling. She doesn't know what to say. Then someone brought this up. It looks like they look like mother and daughter. The way they're yelling and bickering because they're both kind of blonde hair, white skin, red eye. I think it's very similar. Like they could be family members, but that just goes to show you the lack of creativity with the designs. It's so funny. They're creative, but then they're similar in the same way. It's strange, but don't they look like mother and daughter? She pulls Nifty up on there. Oh, Nifty, tell her how great the hotel is. Nifty is camera shy for some reason. I'm assuming this has something to do with her sin or with her death or something like that. Then she's like, oh, that's not a camera, it's a cockroach. Tell how great the hotel is. And then she sings a song about how the hotel's like disgusting and gross and she gets to kill everything and it's her job to clean. And then Charlie makes this face. She's like, oh, can you say that in a different way? So she sings it in Japanese and it's very anime. Who's this for? For the people I watched anime once? That's like my catchphrase for American TV shows that steals something from anime. That's usually Sailor Moon or just a magical girl genre in general. That's what they steal from. And this is kind of like that pop star. So she's up there singing in Japanese and then the song's over and Charlie's like, yay, it's such a great hotel, but obviously her message didn't get across. Get back to Alastor. He goes down to the area that the V's rule over and he just calls them out like to a fight. So I'm like, what in the world? He's already physically hurt from the battle with Michael or Adam. If they fought Michael, there'd be nothing left. All of hell would be destroyed. With Adam, and then he's going to pick a fight with these very powerful people. So he just like starts this fight, and it's a pretty cool fight. It's a very dynamic. They're jumping around. It's really well animated. It's the best part of the episode. I love all these faces he makes. It's very demon-like, very scary. I like Alastor. Got a crazy face. He's fighting three. He's fighting Valentino and all them all at the same time, and he's doing an okay job. This stupid selfie thing where she's like, "Oh, vote in the poll. Should I kill this guy?" And then she uses the poll as a bow and arrow, like it manifests. Very. Did anyone play the newest Marvel vs. Capcom with Deadpool? He like could grab the energy bar and beat you with it. That's kind of what happens here. So the fight's going on. Alastor's not really winning. He's kind of doing these little sneak attacks. Get back to Charlie screaming at her, not her mom, that looks like her mom. And then Nifty sees that there's a fight in the streets between Alastor. And she's like, oh no, Alastor needs her help. Runs back to the hotel, grabs Dusk, then brings him to the fight. And I think, so they're about to, beat him. Dusk shows up and he's a pretty good fighter. He's not, he's not the best, but he, more people on your team, the better. I like the way Dusk fights. It's very like magician, like he has the disappearing box and the cards and everything. Very cool, very unique, ways of fighting. My question is, did Alastor count on this happening? Did he like think that Nifty would see this and then bring Dusk? Was that just something that just happened? Weird, right? But Nifty's like in love with Valentino because he's like a bad boy or whatever. She's like going around just stabbing him and stuff. Remember when just the stab killed Adam? Why aren't these stabs killing him? I don't know. So they're fighting, they're jumping around, doing all kinds of cool, fun stuff. I love it. It looks really, really cool. Then Alastor goes, hey, I'll make you a deal. I'll let you take me captive. You let these two people go. And my only other stipulation is you got to leave Charlie alone. And then they're like, okay, sure, deal. He finally captures him. But what's the end game here? So he's doing that for what's-her-face, but why does she want Charlie to succeed? But now that he's captured by the V's, could she pull her contract and pull him out? Like, now we have all these multiple contracts going about where I own you, but then you own me, but who has complete control? Like, does that cannibal lady, could she just not go to the V's and say, oh, he's my contract, I can take him, he has to do what I say, and I say he gets out of this, whatever the deal he made with you. Like, whose deal supersedes the other person's deal? This is all stupid. He shouldn't be able to make a deal like this. Anyways, he takes it. Get back to Charlie. The fight's like going everywhere, and Charlie's like, what the hell's even going on? Because she's like, I'm trying to talk about the hotel. There's a big fight going on. Alastor's captured. She's like, Alastor, what's going on? He doesn't even talk to her. He hasn't talked to her at all this whole season. Then, he's gloating. I got you, all this time. You could have joined me, but now you're under my thumb. Then he has sex with Valentino and makes him watch. It's hell after all, everybody. Then they go into a big song, and Alastor has a point. He's like, oh, you're so using people for help. But like I said, Alastor's a hypocrite because he would have no power if it wasn't for the cannibal lady. So they have a little backstory, but it's like, oh, just like before, you were so obsessed with me, you want me to join you. So we go back in time, 70 years, I guess. He had like an old TV set, like not a flat screen, but like an old school TV. And he seems like a decent guy. Like, am I wrong in thinking that he seems like a decent dude? And he's like, Alastor, like he's like hyping him up, radio and television, we can work together. Since we're such good friends, let's go into this together and we can rule and be partners. Alastor, being the jerk that he is, just laughs him up. It's like, oh, you idiot. You think there's friends in hell? Which I do agree with. You don't have friends in hell. And just like embarrasses him, like getting in his face, putting him in, like he said, I'll put you in your place. Alastor's not a good person. There's no goodness at all. Even here, you can kind of see that maybe there might have been some kind of, I don't know, at least companionship here that he would have accepted. But Alastor's just like he's a sociopath. Then he's like, haha, remember when I did that to you? Then they sing a big song about it. They go back and forth. And yeah, it just ends with, him being captured and stuff. And look at this. This is a really cool thing. Like they're right in each other's faces, and then Valentine's like, why don't you guys just do it already? It's so weird. I don't think Alastor is he's one of those sociopaths that doesn't have any like sexual desire. Like he just wants to kill things and rule over people. Like he like sees himself above sexual stuff. He seems like to be that kind of evil guy. But that's the end of the episode. It was nice to learn a little bit about Alastor's backstory. Really stupid how he died. And so all we learned was he was a kind of an manipulator. He killed people. Like he was a sociopath. He'd go around serial killer style. And he got killed by a hunter. I don't know. I wish there was more to that than that. But what's his game plan here? So now he's captured. What's he going to do now that he's captured? Just making that deal that he has to leave Charlie alone? So what stops him from having someone else to screw with Charlie? Does it mean literally him or his whole organization? Like if Valentino went to go screw with Charlie, would that invalidate the contract? This is why I don't like this kind of like law system they have here in hell, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like I said, couldn't the accountable lady pull Rankingham, kill him, and then take Alastor back because that's her puppet, so to speak? The way she was treating him. So you can't steal my toys. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how any of this works. But Charlie's I'm so done with that damn girl. I'm just done with her. She's such a freaking idiot. Hopefully she just stops trying to push this message out, thinking I can get my word to the people through television. Just stop doing that. But yeah, episode 4. People are going crazy about the next episode because there's like a sex scene. Okay, whatever. Even though we've seen plenty of them, and it's usually men being SA'd, but that's just the way the show works. But yeah, I still like Alastor. I still think he's the most interesting character. Even though I learned more about him, I still want to know what is his plan. Obviously, he wants to be the most powerful demon in hell, but what does that mean in the end? How he's gonna have to usurp Lucifer? How's he gonna do that? Like, so there's still some interesting stuff going on here. Nifty's stupid again. Her whole point in this was ridiculous. But yeah, 2 more episodes. I guess new episode on Wednesday. Try to get this one out probably Tuesday, Wednesday. Do Wednesday, Thursday. Work has been kicking my butt. Holy crap! I've been going in at 4:30, coming home at 6:30. Hopefully that's over with this week and I can just go back to my regular schedule. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. All the comments are fun. I know there's fan theories and we can talk about that. But when we talk about the show, we can only talk about what's shown on screen because that is what is the story. We can't go off of random Twitter posts and interview questions where someone might have misspoken or whatever. It has to be what we saw on screen because that is definitive. That is what the show is. And fan theories, while fun, we need to preface that. Like, I think or I feel, we can't say this is what happened. Because that's like what that person did with saying that dude was a racist. But man, maybe that guy, maybe that was something that he did. And I think that's what happened. Then we can frame it like, oh, it's a fan theory. We can talk about it. Do not frame it as fact unless it is 100% in the show. And I can miss things. I'm not perfect. But I'm pretty sure something that big, I would have noticed. But yeah, we'll see where this goes from here. If what the plan, we got like how many wrenches are in this freaking clock bouncing around? I don't know how it's gonna work out. And Charlie, that girl, my God, that girl. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.